Welcome back, everybody. I'm trying to get this game 2 against Blue-White to work on the replay system. The opponent plays Colonnade and Pass, and I end up cantripping. I keep both these cards because I like them both, Brawl, and I think hitting lands is, missing lands is the reason why Storm loses this matchup in my experience. Then my opponent plays Damping Sphere. And I look at my sideboard and I go, well, again, I'm not playing a Repeal main deck or in 75, so the Echoing Truth is not in, and both the Braids are not in. So I have a Singleton Wipe Away as the only answer to Damping Sphere currently in the deck. I end up playing Brawl here, and I'm just going to try to get pieces of the puzzle going here. My opponent shocks and then casts Path to Exile. I get a land, and again, at this point, I'm just looking to hit land drops. I cast piece of the puzzle here, it resolves, and I take Empty the Warrens and Metamorphose. Again, I need to find the Wipe Away in order to get going here. My opponent fields me. I mentioned this in my initial recording. I really do not think Field of Ruin, that plan of Axis, is good in this matchup. I know there are occasional games where Blue-White is able to draw enough Field of Ruins and Storm doesn't draw enough red sources, and you get killed off all your red sources if they're also playing Ghost Quarter or Spreading Seas. But other than that, I don't think it's that effective. So I end up they pass priority going to begin combat. So I decide to Metamorphose here because I just need to cantrip. I need to hit more cards to find that Wipe Away for that Damping Sphere. So I end up casting that, and then I cast Op because I drew a cantrip. So it worked out okay. And then my opponent plays a second Damping Sphere. So now I'm like, how do I win this game? And I like, okay, probably Empty the Warren's going to have to be the route, because essentially, again, I have one Wipe Away as the only way to deal with Damping Sphere in the deck right now. So my thought was I need to either Wipe Away and then Pass in Flames Wipe Away eventually, and then kill them, even though that would never work because I'm never going to have enough mana to do that in a turn. So, excuse me. My main thought was I need to empty the Warrens to win this game. So I empty just for 2, which is what I can do at this point with double Damping Sphere in play. And the opponent plays Detention Sphere. So now I'm like, okay, I'm still looking for this Wipe Away, and there's the Wipe Away. So I'm going to draw it next turn, and my only route to victory here at this point is Empty the Warrens, because I can only get rid of one of the Damping Spheres for a turn, and that's it. So I'm feeling pretty bad about this matchup, but I'm still hitting cantrips, and again, there's no point to Wipe Away here, because I'm not going to be able to do anything on the next turn. I need to do, like, I have a 1-turn window to do something, I need to do it. So I'm still cantripping, looking for piece of the puzzle, Empty the Warrens, anything. I don't cast piece of the puzzle here because I want to leave up Wipe Away. And then my opponent starts Cryptic Commanding my lands, which is horrible because I end up having to discard. I discard a Ritual here, which could end up being wrong, but with double Damping Sphere, the Ritual is not really going to do much. And then I draw Empty the Warrens. So now we're sort of in the mode of I'm going to get a point where I'm going to be able to Wipe Away Damping Sphere on their end step. They can't counter it because it's split second. And then I'm going to be able to untap and try to go off with 6 or 8 goblins and hope that's enough. I realize it's not a great plan, but you're up against double Damping Sphere here. So I cast piece of the puzzle with my thought, and I see that pile, and I grab a Remand and a Ritual out of that pile. Maybe I should have gotten Remand pieces, but I did Remand Ritual instead because I didn't have Ritual instead. Discard 1, thinking I'm going to Wipe Away in the end step. And then my opponent Cryptic Commands a land again, which ended up being a pretty good play for them because I have to discard 2 cards. So I discard Grapeshot is 1, and the other one is the land. So the reason why I discard Grapeshot is I don't think this game is about Grapeshot anymore, right? This game is about, we have this very specific plan that we have to execute and hope our opponent doesn't have anything, which isn't a great plan, but again, when you're up against double Damping Sphere and you got one answer to it, then that's what you got to do. Now, some people might say, well, you boarded wrong. I guess. Maybe I'm supposed to bring the Echoing Truth to be safe. I normally do not bring in a Braid against blue-white unless I see Damping Sphere. So, and they play Rest in Peace. Ultimately, Rest in Peace doesn't really matter at this point. I just play Land and Pass again. My line is going to be to wipe away. And then my opponent goes for Search for Azcanta, again, the wonderful blue-white tech of Search for Azcanta and Rest in Peace. And then I wipe away, right? So here's my turn. Again, this is not counterable, so it is what it is. And then this is the turn I have to do something. So I cast Brawl. And then I cast, I believe, just an Empty the Warrens here. And I think something went wrong with the recording again here. See if I can try to help you piece together what happened. I'm pretty sure I have Empty the Warrens tokens actually on the battlefield right now, as the chat is... yeah, because they definitely play the second Damping Sphere again. Man, that's a bummer. So I'll do the best to describe what happened. I actually remanded that Jace. They played a second Damping Sphere. And I ended up having I had 4 Goblins in play and Brawl. And what ended up happening was, on this turn that you just saw incorrectly, again, sorry about the Magic on the replay. I'm really bummed about missing that screen capture. I'll do the best I can to make sure it doesn't happen again. Thanks for bearing with me. So I remand the Jace. They play the Damping Sphere again. Again, I have a Brawl and 4 Goblins. So I eventually end up hitting them enough where they have to start colonnading to block. And I had this remand and this unsubstantiate in hand, like I said, that Caleb normally boards out, but I kept in because I only have 1 remand effect, not 2. Or sorry, I only have 2 remands. I wanted 2 remand effects. And eventually what happens is I get to a point where I draw my other copy, my 3rd copy of Empty the Warrens, and after he's whittled my 4 tokens down with blocking with Colonnade, I spend a couple more, I empty for 4 more, and then I eventually draw Grape Shot and kill him. So I actually ended up beating Rest in Peace and double Damping Sphere in a game. My opponent got pretty unfortunate to not draw like Teferi or a Supreme Verdict, even though I technically had Supreme Verdict covered because I can unsubstantiate, and then they cannot replay it because of their own Damping Spheres. So it was a really sweet game that I really wish you guys could have seen me commentate live. Again, I'm sorry they ended up losing that to a screen capture issue. We'll make sure that doesn't happen again. But thanks for watching, everyone. We had, to recap, we had a slight 2-1 loss to Grixis Death Shadow, and then 2 sweet games against Blue-White. Again, sorry the replay feature didn't work out too well there, but I tried to do my best describing to you what happened in those games. And I'll try to, at some point in the future, finish this league, and we'll continue with this. Hopefully we can do some live commentary, get the technical difficulties figured out. Thanks for all the support, everyone. Really appreciate it. I apologize that I haven't been able to do a lot of content on the site. Again, my wife and I moved, and I work in collegiate athletics full-time, and that's taken up a lot of my time. So I hope to devote a little more to doing things like this. Take care, everyone.